folks. Welcome to this live of doing random shit with June. Has it been a week or more than a week since we last went live? I've lost all concept of time, but welcome. It is currently Saturday, 6:30 p.m. I have a lot of random things to do, but mostly just to open up the space again for everyone to say hi to each other and for me to drop in to say, hi, I'm still alive. So hi, I'm still alive. I was just out, so I fed Freddie some automatic feeder food, so I guess I'll clean this first because it's gross. No kitty bomb today. Yay. At least not yet. The first thing that I would like to show everyone is the new kitchen items that I thrifted this week that I totally did not need, but I saw them and I was like, I feel the urge to buy shit I don't need. And these are pretty, so let's buy it. And really it was just to make myself feel alive. I now understand what my mom was probably feeling when she used to insist on giving me money even when I said I don't need any. Hi Freddie. She always wanted to give me gifts, monetary gifts, and I always used to get angry at her. And you know, she makes less money. She used to make less money than I do, and I said this makes no logical sense why you should be giving me money. But she used to say, if you don't help me spend it, how am I going to spend my money? And I guess my mom never learned how to just spend money for herself, on herself. So that is a skill set I'm trying to acquire. And I'm sure she doesn't approve of me buying random shit, especially from thrift stores. But gotta do me. That's part of being an adult, is learning how to do you. So. You purring? Yes. What a cutie patootie. Cutie patootie. Dee 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 dee. This is also the cam angle that I want. Hi, Freddie. How's that scritchy working out for you? Yeah? 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 What a beautiful boy. Yes, the light balance always shifts for no reason, and I cannot tell you why it shifts. There you go, once again. Let's start with the most recent thing that I thrifted just about 10 minutes ago. This, well, first of all, it has two price tags on it, $1.99 and 99 cents. And I saw this and I was like, holy shit. I have the teapot. I have the little like sake like teacups. I don't have this though, and it matches everything that I have. And I've never seen this kind of crock pot. So this was at the Salvation Army and they were having a Father's Day sale, half off of everything. And I guess when the cashier, I didn't even see the sticker actually until just now. I only saw this sticker and he only saw this sticker, which means that this was 99 cents at half off. So plus tax, Grand total of 53 cents. Made in China, just like me. We're gonna clean it. The other two things that I got were from Goodwill in Brooklyn. Yeah, you interested, Freddie? Not interested. Fred's like, nah. This is a Corelle bowl, and it was 99 cents. And I just really like the simple kind of blue line. It kind of goes with other bowls that I have with a simple color line through it. So, microwave safe, not for broiler or stovetop use. There you have it. And now we have matching bowls, y'all. And I have a plate. I don't know if it's lead-free. Who cares? Aaron just told me that they did a study, and apparently the amount of microplastics that are in our lives now total up to a credit card being consumed by us on a weekly basis. So I don't really care if there's lead in any of my stuff anymore. I've fully given up on living healthfully. I've fully given up on living cleanly, whatever that fucking word means anymore. It is just absolutely mind-blowing how much we have fucked the world up and fucked ourselves up in the process of fucking the world up. Short-term gains, long-term losses. That's the name of our society. Anyway, this is a clear plate. It has a slightly blue tinge to it. It shows up more sky blue than teal, which it looks like teal on camera right now. There was a stack of like 6 of these at the Goodwill. Obviously, I didn't need 6 of these. I just needed one. These were also 99 cents a piece. And what it says is Mexico 16. So I do feel like these are maybe more vintagey ones that were made in Mexico sometime. And on the bottom, it has a code that I can't really read.
I used a good culture coupon.
Ooh, are we gonna have it?
And then I also got from Paris some mustiazuga.
Whatever that is. What is mustiazuga?
It's apparently Romanian ham.
Ooh, yum.
But I got it because I had never heard of it before.
Okay, cool.
You can try it on camera if you want. Otherwise, they'll use it for sandwiches. But
okay.
Yeah, feel free to try it.
Does it glow with a black light? I don't have a black light. Someone's asking, what is Aaron's fit? Do you want to tell the people you're fit or not?
Yes, I'll be right over.
You'll be right over. I'll be peeling stickers. Now, I really adore Goodwill stickers because Goodwill stickers are the only stickers that I found that are American made, I think, that actually peel cleanly. So, good on you, Goodwill, for making stickers that peel cleanly. Yes, what's your fit, Aaron?
Caravaggio.
Caravaggio?
Caravaggio.
He himself painted that sweatshirt or what?
Yeah, he handmade this one for me.
Is it Caravaggio or Caravaggio?
Caravaggio.
Is that the way you actually say it?
Caravaggio.
You're just trying to be annoying now.
Caravaggio.
Cool. Caravaggio, y'all. Caravaggio.
You are right.
Caravaggio.
You'll get it.
Anyway. So satisfying to have stickers peel clean, man. Why can't I have this all of the time? Time to make some focaccia bread. Yes. Wait till I tell you what Grandma insisted that I make for her. She absolutely requested and demanded that I make mantou for her this week after saying that I did not bring enough food for her one day. And I think she's been having more and more panic/anxiety attacks. I don't really know what to do about it except to help her do breathing exercises, but it might be necessary to maybe ask her doctor if some sort of anti-anxiety medication might be right for her, because I feel like This week has been a rough go of it.
Ask your viewers if they have old relatives who've been on medication.
Do you have old relatives who have been on medication for anxiety? I will wash these now and we will boil them to sterilize.
Dude, I'm gonna shower now, so you know what that means.
Okay. Well, just give me a shout before you come out, okay?
Give you a shout before I come out.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, I chugged all that water still in my bottle, but I'm still thirsty. Have you drank enough water today?
No, absolutely not.
Any responses? Or no chat? Chat.
Somebody said Ativan. Is that one?
Yeah, I think that's a benzo.
Haldol, but it was, yeah. Yeah. It wasn't long term.
Is Caravaggio related to Sargento?
I don't know.
I don't know who Sargento is.
Try Valerian. I doubt Grandma's
Valerian, Haldol, Ativan, there's your options.
gonna... Valerian tea. I don't think Grandma's gonna drink it because it tastes
Oh,
really
Valerian's
weird.
a tea, not a drug.
I think Valerian is a
Not a
tea.
prescription medication. It kind of sounds like it.
It does.
Ask your doctor about Valerian today. Side effects include death.
I mean,
That's it.
the side effect of life is death. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I have time to find a psychiatrist who specializes in geriatric psychiatry because I don't even have time to find my own psychologist and psychiatrist and therapist when I need it. So can't deliver on the promise there. But heard, noted. Grandma doesn't like music. Y'all, I hope you don't have a very innocent idea of who Grandma is. She is a very picky individual. I'm not saying she's the worst person in the world, but I'm also saying she is not the easiest person in the world to deal with. She had an anxiety attack. I think it was an anxiety attack because all her vitals were relatively okay, where she just felt like this lump in her chest and she kept complaining that she couldn't breathe and she thought she was having some sort of like a heart attack. And I was like, Grandma, your heart rate's slightly elevated, your blood pressure's slightly elevated, but everything else seems normal, so I don't think you're dying. And even while she was saying she can't breathe, she was like screaming at me to get help. So,
When I was there,
no. You haven't been there for half a year.
or where was that?
Yeah, well, that was a coughing attack. This one didn't have a coughing attack at all.
That was crazy. I was there.
I mean, she opens up and blabs her life story to anyone who speaks Chinese who comes to visit her. And there are visitors besides me, like my mom's coworkers do drop by from time to visit her. But she won't really say things from another perspective beyond her very myopic one, which is like her immediate concern is trying to go back to China, and she'll say it every day. Can we go back yet? Is the pandemic over? And I'm like, Grandma, no. I don't know when it's gonna be over, yada, yada, yada. So I don't know if a psychiatrist will be able to, like, get her to say a full life story at this point. And I really don't know, honestly, what the use of that would be. Because at 94, I don't think therapy in that way will be effective for her in the scale that I would like it to be, if that makes any sense. And yes, I know it's not about me, but it is kind of about me at this point. Because if Grandma drives me insane, then I would have to think about self-preservation first. I know for sure that Grandma has driven my uncle insane before, and Grandma has certainly driven Mom insane. So I don't want that to happen to me. So 2 days ago, I went to see Grandma in the morning, and the first thing she said to me when I walked into the door was, "Quick, give me the food that you brought. They didn't feed me well last night." And she's never really demanded that I give her food right away. She, like, waits for me to put my stuff down and settle into it and call Uncle on Skype, and then I'll start giving her food, and we'll, like, watch her eat some food while chatting with Uncle. So it was very urgent when I went in. And then I gave her the food, and she complained immediately that I didn't bring enough food, and that she was gonna run out. So I was like, all right, something's up. I don't know what, but something is strange and off. And I let the nurses know, and Grandma proceeded to advise me on the best ways to cook mantou, and she seemed very adamant that I make her mantou. And I was like, okay, Grandma, but I do have to go to work today and do work. So, she Skyped with Uncle a little bit. I said goodbye, and then I left, and then I came home, and as I was working, I immediately started proofing a batch of mantou dough. And I managed to proof and cook one off and bring a couple to her during my lunch break hour. And then I went today and saw a nurse, and the nurse was like, after you left that morning, she was crying for a very long time. And who knows what Grandma's crying about? Could be anything and everything. I don't think someone is stealing Grandma's food. Honestly, Grandma is an extremely picky eater. There are packaged dinner rolls that my mom would have loved to eat that Grandma just refuses to eat. She's not starving, she's just picky. So I have limited patience, honestly, for someone who, I understand she's 94, guys. I've thought about this many times over. And I understand that I should do my best to give her everything that she wants because she's fucking 94. And to the extent that anyone deserves anything, she probably deserves it, having lived through war and famine and everything. But I'm just like, lady, my dear, you have food. You're not going to starve. So the amount of, like, specificity of demands from her is really irritating for me. And she goes through, and I know this comes with age, I know it's normal, but it's still irritating, right? We can acknowledge that it can be irritating while still have compassion for my grandma. It's just, she goes through periods of time where she is fully aware, lucid, and cognizant of the fact that I can't serve her every need and demand. And she tells me, you have to take care of yourself and make sure that you stay healthy, because you staying healthy means that you are here to take care of me. And I was like, right, exactly. And then we have days where she's just like, I need this now. This won't be enough. So that's that. That's life, y'all. That's life. Oops. That was way too much water. Alright, I need to get my battery charger. Hi, Freddie. What you doing? You want to look out the window? Here. I'll peel back the curtain for you. You can go up to the window now. You want to? It's for you, babe. And you know, if grandma wants something and I'm capable of making it, then I'll fucking make it for her. But like sometimes it just gets too much. What's up, Freddie? You sad? You want attention? Come here. Come here. Come here. You want some treats? Hello, Dina. Thanks for lurking a long time. And then I went in today, and Grandma was like, I need to see your uncle right now. And I was like, the internet in China is not good right now. The connection is not good. And I wasn't lying to her. I did try to call Uncle, but I was like, why do you need to talk to him right now? We can't connect. And she was like, I had a bad dream. And I was like, okay, so we can talk about the dream. And I think the Chinese belief is when you have a bad nightmare that involves like death or bad omens, you can't talk about it because talking about it makes it real. Which I think the direct opposite, honestly. I think if you don't talk about a bad nightmare, that makes it even more potent, because that gives it power over you. It holds you hostage. But Grandma was like, need to see your uncle now. So I kept calling my uncle, and finally we connected, and she saw that she saw that he was alive, and she calmed down. But it's getting to that point where Grandma can't really distinguish between what a dream is and what reality is. So when she has a bad nightmare sometimes, she wakes up thinking that it actually happened, and that accounts for a lot of her freakouts. That's it, Freddie. No more. denim dress. I got at Goodwill along with the 2 bowl and plate that you saw, and it wasn't cheap, but it was $12, which is cheaper than most clothes anyway, and I was like, you know what, it's $12. I've spent $12 on worse things. I also just needed a dress that I could wear with a loose shirt underneath so that I don't have like waistlines hugging into the tattoo and digging into the skin. That is still very much a wound. So here we have it. I would like to eat a snack, and then I would like to trim my hair because I really hate the highlights. It does look like an apron. That's kind of why I like it. The highlights get very dry. It makes it very hard for me to comb through if I don't condition them like 4,000 times. You can see my tats because they were already posted by the artists who did them. So if you saw the Instagram posts, then I tagged all of them. I tagged the 2 artists, and you can go to their page and you can see them. I don't mind the highlights themselves, but I do want to just trim away the dead ends a little bit. But let's find a snack first. Let's eat an orange. Oh, I guess the last time we did a live was after I went to the fancy food show. So it's been about a week, huh? Okay, cool. Hello, Denver. I really don't want to dye my hair. I'm very lazy. The crunchy mushrooms were amazing. I don't know how expensive they are, but they are amazing. Fred is very smart. He knows when an orange can kill him. I unfortunately think I'm past the bangs stage of my life. I think I'm gonna have to wait until like after 55 before I can start wearing bangs again without it looking super just incongruous. Very good summary, Sophie. Thank you. What a dingus face. Okay, but now I'm even more hungry. Funny how that works. I picked these mulberries off of a tree near me yesterday. I'm gonna give them a wash. We're gonna eat them, maybe with some yogurt. Freddie, you're blocking the comments on my computer screen. I got this earring off of eBay. It was a used one, so I do not know if there are others. Ooh. Ooh, these are very good, Fred. We are sterilizing some of the thrifted cookware, or rather dishware. Not the same mulberry tree, a different one. So, the one that I picked for Budget Eats last year, those berries are all fallen on the ground already because that tree is situated off of like almost like a elevated park land that is above the bridge that I walk under, so I can't actually reach the branches. I picked these off of a tree. The reason why I don't pick the berries off the ground anymore is that area, ever since our beloved new mayor, Eric Adams, basically made our homeless population just like disappear into thin air. That entire area has been overrun by both rats and pigeons because there are no human presence there anymore, and it's just the floor is like covered in poop, like bird poop or other poop. So I don't feel great about picking those off the ground anymore. So I do remember that grapevine. I pass by it almost every day, so as soon as I see some grapes falling to the ground uneaten, I'm gonna start pulling some off. But these are very good. Might be some of the best mulberries I've ever had. Super, super sweet and tart in equal parts. Okay. Now that I have procrastinated somewhat, let's think about how to cut hair. I don't have a mirror here. I probably should have a mirror here, but I don't. I'm gonna plug you in. Oh, Edward is joking. I am a thief because I steal the neighbor's grapes, but the neighbor doesn't seem to be eating their grapes. So, I'm gonna be thieving again. I keep thinking, what if I do some really outrageous stuff? Will Mom come back from the dead and just like come back to scold me? And I feel like a big part of me is like, what if I do this? Will she come back to yell at me? That would be great. That would be great. You want me to get a mirror? But you are my mirror. Like, I can see you in my phone, like right here. Okay. Mom will say the floor is too cold. cut it too short, I won't be able to tie it up in a ponytail. So that is one consideration that I am considering. But, man, I really fucking want the highlights out. Want the bleach parts out. Should we go for like a bob length? Or should we just follow the bleach parts and just go short? I don't think I'm ready to go that short though. I do wonder if I should maybe get the clippers out. Can I use the clippers, Aaron?
Yes.
Why is your phone up here?
I just put it there because I didn't want to cross the camera again.
Oh, that was scary. I almost crashed it to the floor. Good night. That's a scary sound, isn't it? I don't know why it's so much easier to cut hair when it's not yours. It's just one of those things. Alright, I think that's the length we're going for. Okay. making a mess on the kitchen floor. Your side part is so slay. When did the English language get so weird? I mean, it was always weird. But you gotta admit, our current slang is something to behold. Something smells like it's burning and I don't know what. Ooh. Welcome the gays to the live. Is there any... How do we celebrate without corporations? Like, can we get some sort of... Can we get some sort of, like, pride all year round without fucking corporations? That would be ideal. I'm just so tired of seeing the fucking rainbow everywhere. Not because I hate pride, but because I hate how we've, like, segregated celebration to a month in the year. And also, we can't have a celebration until corporations can make money off of it. That's what I have a problem with. Like, corporations making products for Juneteenth? Where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line? Who's gonna draw the line? Made a mess out of my trash can. There is hair everywhere. I'm doing a preliminary clean, kind of how I like to do dishes as I cook, so that I don't overwhelm myself with, like, just hair everywhere. I have Jeffrey Bezos, the Bo Burnham song, stuck in my head so bad. Somebody help. What do I do? What do I do? Jeffrey Bezos. You did it. Nicki Minaj? I don't even know what the last song I listened to Nicki Minaj was. Pink Panthers. Ooh. Pink Panthers. I hope to remember that name after I finish fucking up my hair. I haven't been this short since 2018. I mean, I don't have skill. Look at the back. It's a fucking mess. The back is where it's at. The back is where you get into trouble. Also, cutting hair is much easier when you don't give a shit about the results and you've given up on life completely and you're ready for disappointment at every turn. Again, it's all about expectation versus reality. You see, the hair is probably shit. If I flip the part, now it's all dependent on the part. It's not really a versatile haircut at all. You know, that could be a look. Sure, why not?
Coming out to.
Okay, it's pointed towards the back of the kitchen. You're fine. Definitely went a little too short over here, but the beauty of clippers is it works faster than you can think and stop. So once you start the movement, you have no choice but to commit. I look like a tennis player. When you're dressed, do you want to come tell me how atrocious the back of my head is?
Okay.
Sure, why not? This looks fine. This looks fine. Oh yeah, this is definitely shorter. We can go short. We can go shorter on this side. Or we can stop. We can recognize that we've made a mistake and don't commit the next one and just live with one mistake. Or we can try to hide the mistake by making more mistakes, which is basically the foundation and basis of all dark comedies. You know, if we just allow ourselves to be the person who makes a mistake and is human enough to own up to it, then maybe those dark comedies don't have to be so dark. We can always cousin it, you know,
Why don't you ask your people if it's
Cousin it. I don't trust my people.
You trust me?
I don't trust you either.
Okay, so why are you asking me?
I don't know. 'Cause you gotta ask someone, right?
So ask your people.
We gotta trim this. We gotta trim this, guys. We gotta go for the bowl cut. I can't see which part is uneven. I need one eyeball. Here we go. Here's the ring. There we go. Oh, guess I gave myself bangs.
So you want me to check the back?
Yeah, check the back, because I already fucked up the front.
Okay. Turn your head down. Looks good.
Not what I was expecting.
There's just one small chunk here. I'm grabbing this too long. That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did really well. This one? This chunk?
You want to get it for me?
Okay.
It's giving professional. Thanks, Aaron.
Yep.
You the best music.
Very good.
Thank you.
That's very impressive how even you got that.
Y'all, it doesn't matter if I fucked it up, because if I just wear my hair like this for the next year, nobody can tell. That's it, folks. We did it! Jeffrey Bezos.
You cleaned your phone?
I cleaned my phone. Thank you.
You did.
I did.
You didn't offer to clean mine?
You weren't home yet, and I was going live.
Okay.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Did you tell the people what we ate today?
We ate this hot fried chicken spot in Brooklyn somewhere, and Aaron got the chopped chicken nuggies on top of French fries that were incredibly deliciously fried and seasoned with this hot creamy aioli sauce all over, with like a quarter cup of creamy coleslaw that was also like pickly coleslaw, and it was, I loved it. Aaron was feeling very meh about it, but I was like, dude, this is the best. So Bo Burnham has like 4 Jeffrey Bezos songs, and they're all good. The one that I'm singing is maybe number 3. It's the one where he goes, "You did it," and it's just. Oh, so can I link you to that Jeff Bezos song? Have you not seen Inside and Inside Outtakes? Because if you haven't, why do you deprive yourself of this? Why do you deprive yourself of this? Anyway. Yes. Hot chicken on fries. Extremely good. What the fuck is this? What is? If we cut it at an angle, better or worse? Then Aaron ate a slice of pizza while I went into a thrift store with Nez and Mark. And Aaron said it was good, but not good enough for him to keep on his favorites list. And then we ate more beers. We ate a lot of beers. And then we shared a donut from Moe's Dough in Greenpoint. Well, you need to see Inside by Bo Burnham, and then you need to go on YouTube and see Inside Out takes. Because I have not gawfled so hard than I did watching Inside Out takes. Beers is food. Y'all, beers is food.
Okay.
No snaggy bits, y'all. It's free flowing. Yay. Is this like the 4th or 5th haircut we've done on a live? I have not seen Blow. Should I see Blow? Oh yes, those Pantene commercials. I've always wondered how they got hair to be so sleek. Like Cascade. I don't know how they do it, but amazing talent behind those Pantene commercials. That's it. That's all the blonde that we have left now. Best place to get donuts depends on your price point. Where did I recently have a really good donut? Oh, Fun Donuts. Really good. Pretty expensive. Like $4, $5 expensive. Peter Pan is still my favorite. Cheaper donut in the city. It's around $1.50 now with inflation. Used to be $1.10. My favorite donut in terms of American style donuts is from Schutt's Apple Mill Farms, whatever it's called, upstate in like Webster, New York area, like Rochester area, where Aaron's from. Best fry cakes, that's what they call it. So fucking good. And so cheap too. It used to be 65 cents maybe about 6 years ago. Now I hope it's at least $1.25 or something, but who knows? It's been a while. I also really like the mochi donut that they have at Winsun in Brooklyn. It's like a Taiwanese American restaurant. Jeffrey Bezos. But seriously, guys, do you think Jeffrey Bezos feels like he's made it? Do you think he feels like he did it? Or do you think he feels perpetually like he needs to do more? Like, when does it end? When can you actually congratulate yourself on having done it? And then is that the point at which you go, huh, I guess I did it, but it doesn't feel like anything. And then what do you do with that disappointment? I wonder about these things. fewer feelings than we do? That's fascinating to think about. He's also not just a millionaire, he's a gazillionaire, right? Aaron, why does our trash bin smell like pee?
Oh, I did it. I had to go. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, you did not.
I noticed that Patsy said don't pee in the sink, so I just used the bin instead. Because you never said don't pee in the trash.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I'm sure. Okay, I see we have a Diva Cup menstrual cup question. I've not had any success with menstrual cups, and I have bought 3 different kinds. I don't know if there is just a very strange vagina that I have, but it does not allow the cups to fit, and it is very uncomfortable to try to get it to fit. So, unfortunately, it has not worked for me. I've not heard that to be the case for a lot of other people. A lot of other people have great experiences using it. Maybe I just have a strange body. I don't know. Less standard body. I have tried using like reusable pads. I find it difficult to keep them in place on my underwear. The ones that are like kind of like, they look like white terry cloth has worked the best for me in terms of absorption. And I really recommend that you go with the larger reusable pads if you do go with a pad, because they are more likely to stay in place. I recently purchased a period underwear that is not Thinx, that apparently had really good reviews, and it was horrible. I don't remember what the brand was. Let me actually go to my closet and check for you, because I do not recommend that brand. Okay, the brand that I do not recommend is Bam Body, Bambody. I bought two, like, I don't even know what cut it is. I don't think it's boy shorts, but I think it's like either hipster or whatever one that has slightly more coverage. It's not a thong. It's horrible. The underwear is lined with the absorbent material front to back, so it was very thick, and I was like, oh great, this is going to have so much protection. Nope, like leaked right out of my crotch area on left and right sides. Not only bled through the shorts that I was wearing that day, I also ended up changing to the second pair that I got, thinking it won't bleed through as fast. Bled through, and I spotted Aaron's chair that I was using because I was editing videos that day. So I highly do not recommend buying Bam Body. There you go. There you have it. Maybe I will spend more money to try out Thinx. I heard something about like Thinx being not great with their labor practices. Not to say that any other company is better than Thinx with their labor practices, but I just feel like I heard something bad about Thinx, and I was like, maybe I won't try them yet because they're so big. But maybe they are the OG one, and maybe they are the best. I don't know. Maybe it's time to splurge on one. Who knows how many more years of menstrual cycles I have left? Maybe it's time to treat myself. It's really unpleasant being a person who has to go through menstrual cycles. It's very, very much a bother. Especially when you're 100% sure that you don't want babies. And then you're like, I don't even know why I have to do this shit. But again, everybody is different, so Diva Cup menstrual cups could very well work for you. I'm just letting you know that they didn't work for me. I am very sad about it. Do you want any snacks, Aaron? Oh God, sleeping in a pad is so bad. But what you gonna do? My mom always discouraged me from using tampons because of that like Chinese mentality of like, if you pierce your hymen, you're no longer a virgin. And I don't know, I feel like at this point I probably won't be using tampons because they've become very scary to me. But find what works for you. Let us know. Maybe it works for someone else. Always down to share knowledge, experiences, tips, advice. I would like to show you my thrift find today that made me deliriously happy. Stretchy shorts. Look at these. Yes. Also got a pair of jeans. Not very spectacular, but my body has become bigger, so I need more clothes. If anybody needs jeans that are like 0 and 2, let me know. I have some. Always preparing for a tropical getaway right in my home, which is the best place to have a getaway because you can do it anytime. Aaron, do you want these apples anymore?
What happens?
The stewed apples?
I don't think I can eat them today, but
Do you want me to eat them or do you want them for a future day?
no, if you want
I feel like you got your cookies. I'm gonna eat them. Thank you. Alright, my friend Samira brought me back some peanut butter from Amsterdam, and apparently, in Dutch, peanut butter is literally translated as peanut cheese. So, oh, hi Freddie! Okay, bye Freddie. I like how you can see Fred sooner than I can. So, very good, very delicious. It's all natural, it's organic, I think. Actually, I have some butter and sugar stewed apples here. Hey Fred, did you hear the microwave? You know, if bugs make peanut butter taste the way they taste, then thank you, bugs. I don't mind eating bugs. As long as I don't have to deal with the crunchy shells and they're already ground down for me. It's just extra protein, right? Bean butter. I mean, they're not wrong. Peanuts are a legume. Do y'all have any recommendations on what I can do with daikon? Because I do need to cook that. Maybe a soup? Air fry. Pickled daikon. I I do like pickled daikon, but they are so stinky when I make it at home. Do you have a trick for making pickled daikon that isn't stink master? It smells like farts every time. Braised daikon. Okay, okay. You want me to eat this daikon raw? It's very spicy. I don't know if I'm strong enough to handle. Let's see other ideas. Can you make a slaw? Is daikon like radish? Yes, daikon is a type of radish. Lime or balsamic and salt will bring down the bitter. Okay. I have a lime that I need to use. It is in fact going bad very quickly. Daikon cakes. Sugar to balance out the spicy. Okay. Ooh, henna. Like henna tattoo? That sounds fun. Is it a wedding? A celebration? Wait, I actually have a new peeler I should try using. If I can find it. I was sent this. Let's see how it works. Okay, not great. Okay, not bad. I think I have to get the hang of it first. So it's supposed to be julienning shreds. Not bad. Does this mean that after I eat daikon, I will be the one who's very farty? Like the daikon will transport its farty purposes and properties to me? Because if so, I should probably not eat all of this tonight. All right, let's see. We have a bowl. Let's add some lime. Oh, beans make me very fartsy. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Okay, I like this fish sauce, but this cap needs more work. Sugar. Maybe a little more. Okay. All right, lime, fish sauce, sugar. We shall let this stand and marinate a little bit. And maybe I'll sprinkle in a little MSG. It was a trick. The dogs are clickbait. For these thumbnails, I just use a photo that I took that day, like a random photo. It's not always related to the theme. I'm sorry for the fake news. But I did see those dogs today. They were at Grimm Brewery in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. They were very adorable. They were very good boys. I just got an air fryer attachment for the Instant Pot. It doesn't work super great, but it gets the job done. If you're a person who only cooks for 1 or 2 people, the air fryer is fine. It will take up space, so if you don't have space in your kitchen, then don't get it. Or if you have no space in your kitchen and are limited in terms of time and actual desire to cook, and you just want to like preheat a lot of frozen meals, then it might be really great for you actually. It's like a mini oven, so think of it as that. I don't really have a favorite kind of beer. I tend to like Pilsners because they're light and crispy. Not a huge fan of lagers. Tend to really hate stout. Sours are nice. IPAs always tend to smell better than they taste. the inside of your cheeks by accident when you're eating?
Yeah.
I just bit my upper lip. That's never happened before.
It just doesn't hurt.
Yep. Does it always mean that you're stressed if you end up biting the inside of your mouth? Or are you just trying to eat too fast and trying to talk at the same time? Who knows? Let's give this a little taste. It already smells farty too. That's pretty good. Let's eat it all. Let's eat it all. Yeah, I'm definitely going to rebite this one. I already feel it. I already feel the re-traumatization in the works. You can definitely bake cookies in an air fryer. Like a levain cookie would do really well in an air fryer because you would get the gooey underbaked insides and then like the slightly toasty golden burnt outsides. Just keep in mind it's a really powerful oven, but small, so you can't really bake more than 1 or 2 cookies at a time, depending on the model that you have. I really don't recommend the kind of air fryer that looks like a toaster oven. Those never seem to work well in my experience. But, you know, some people like them. Have you thought of going on a vacay? I can't really go on a vacay. Grandma's gonna freak out if I don't visit her. So this works well until you have all the little shreds caught in the peeler. And then you have to get your fingers really close to the teeth of the peeler to get them out. Doesn't feel safe. Maybe better for vegetables that are less watery than a radish. Zooming and live streaming at the same time. How are you able to do 2 audio lines in your brain? How does the brain compute? I tried to listen to 2 meetings simultaneously once and almost drove myself insane. I don't think it's possible for one brain to process 2 audio inputs. Sorry, Lynn, to hear about the death in your family. Never easy. The thing about death is too, not only are you dealing with the death, you're also dealing with the life that came with the death and trying to process everything post-mortem, basically, literally. So it's going to be very exhausting. I hope you are taking time just to allow yourself to be, sit, do nothing, cry. I think one thing that has been really helpful for myself after my mom died is that I am not obligated to do anything, because all the feelings of duty and obligation tend to come out of a place of, I should do it for my loved one who just passed away, but the reality is that they are already dead. And so everything that you do, you should prioritize yourself first. So don't neglect yourself in your grief. Or try not to anyway. Easy to say, hard to do. Isn't that always the case? Yeah, this peeler is, I mean, it gets the job done. Not great, because, so here's what happens. Opinel tried to make this a dual purpose peeler. So you have the one side that is the julienne with the teeth, and then you have the other side which is more of a traditional peeler. But what ends up happening is, because the traditional peeler blade is on the opposite end of the teeth julienning one, a lot of the shreds that come through the julienne blade gets caught and blocked by this traditional blade, which then causes a traffic jam of sorts and makes it very hard for you to get clean slices. I think if you knew that your sister wanted a donation of her body after her death, and your in-laws completely disrespected that decision, then they are disrespectful people. And I really don't, no matter how good the intentions are, I don't have it in my heart to forgive people who ignore their loved ones' wishes. Because it's just selfish, right? And you would think that if they love someone, they would honor their loved one's wishes. So then not only do you feel anger at having allowed this betrayal of the original wishes of the dead, you also have to confront this question of like, well, do they actually care about her? Like, why did they choose not to follow her wishes? And it puts your existing relationships with people who are still alive into a sort of purgatory of doubt. So I'm sorry you're going through that too. I have run out of things to talk about, but thank you guys for joining me, looking at my random thrifted items, watching me chop my hair once again, and get ready for some farts that you're not going to smell. Happy to keep the live going if you guys want to have chatter amongst yourselves or ask me questions, but I'm just going to eat this really spicy salad. I don't have a thing that I like to do on Saturday evenings. My life has no order, no discipline, no scheduling, all very last minute. I would like to watch a movie, probably. No, I'm not going to do a tour of the apartment because once you've seen 3 lives, you've seen all of the apartment. The tour will take 40 seconds. I also feel like I did a tour on one of the lives too. It's not very exciting, y'all. It's just a basic apartment. Architecture Digest is not knocking on my door anytime soon. I'm gonna cook these. This is getting too spicy. Like very spicy. Unpleasantly so. I think the best way to cook broccoli is anyway. I like it raw, I like it steamed, I like it sauteed, I like it roasted. Personally, I can eat a shit ton of roasted broccoli. Once you get like oil and salt on there and caramelize that, it's amazing. made some beef noodle soup. I have this huge chunk of tendon in here. I'm just gonna scissor some in. Aaron just sent me these very sad videos today of a dairy farm and how they treat the cows. I do feel very guilty whenever I use meat. But I still do it, don't I? That was a comment that was on a previous live too. We went into a comment thread about that. A viewer said, you know, I think you would be a great advocate for vegan lifestyles, and I can see that you are compassionate towards people and animals. So, and I was like, I just don't know if I can be vegan. I mean, I can. I know I can be vegan. If you put a gun to my head, I'll probably turn vegan. But also just like the idea that I should be an advocate for a lifestyle that I am not attuned into. The inherent morality of being someone who is vegan is not something that I am capable or ready for right now. And the comment was also about how, like, I have a lot of persuasion or sway or influence towards people, and so it kind of made my moral obligation even stronger than for the non-front-facing media people, I guess. Something to think about for sure. Conflicted because I feel like there ought to be a way for us to consume meat without it being exploitative and damaging and painful and a source of great suffering for both humans and animals. But it seems like our society just can't agree. As you can see with our government right now, they can't agree to do anything. So how can you have an effective government when they can't agree to do basic things? Right, Diana, there is a lot of morality inherent in, like, vegan industries too. Everything. I think in the US we don't value anyone. I mean, you can see based on some of the recent law and court rulings, or the lack of law and court rulings, we don't really seem to care about people anyway. Freddie. Oh, I will say the traditional peeler on this dual peeler is amazingly smooth. So smooth. Guess Freddie left, huh? Sad. What are the ones that you suggest in terms of veggies or places to go to for veggies? I mean, if you can afford it, I always recommend going to a farmer's market. Eating local is perhaps one of the tenets of moral eating too. Because when you have food traveling from far away, one, it's not as environmentally friendly because it has to go through a lot more transportation and gas, and two, it's not going to taste as good if it's traveling from far away because they're usually picked when they're unripe. And I don't know, I feel like you probably know this by now. I mean, not mansplain you. But buy veggies wherever you can get them. Just eat your veggies. I like carrots, I like broccoli, I like cauliflower, I like cabbage, all the cheap basics. Sometimes I could get into roasted asparagus, but most times they kind of gross me out a little bit. Tomatoes are nice. Grape tomatoes tend to be okay, Fred. I see we are at the point of night where he goes cray cray. Yeah, meow. Freddie is about 11, we're guessing. Vitamin D is actually like added to milk though, right? Is it naturally occurring? I thought calcium was naturally occurring in milk. I thought vitamin D was added as a supplement. you tonight. Hi, Naz. Did you make it home okay?
Roll call meetings. I did political, every turn I've seen. How does it work? It's pretty nice, right? Oh, right, yeah.
Thank you for the hang. And thanks to Mark for all the goodies. Wow, I'm tired. But yes, Patricia, I agree. We all feed off of death, even vegetarians. Obviously, there is a lot less comprehensible suffering when we eat plants. But I don't really know anymore. And I am too tired to think about it. But I'm still gonna try to not, like, eat meat every day. I just don't. Again, I think about, like, if I had to kill the meat that I had to eat, how much meat would I actually eat in a year?
Every time I declared war, I was like, oh, maybe just do a little safe just in case.
Cilantro and mint, carrots,
Yeah, exactly.
a lot of sugar.
Yeah, that's the problem, is they didn't quick save first.
Not interested?
Missile. Oh, okay, somebody did call us missile.
Yeah, there is fish sauce.
There's one set for
There's also MSG,
right here.
lime juice.
I will do that.
Thank you for helping me get my veggies into there. I don't think I've shaved my sides in a year, so they've grown out. I think the last time I shaved my sides were right before I went on the camping trip last year for Delish, so that was like May 2021.
Look at that.
Vitamin time. Oh, that is still spicy. And that is why we eat cheese. enamel on your teeth, because I did drink a lot of seltzer for 2 years, and that did really ruin my teeth. I think something about the carbonation really kind of attacks your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
I've never seen
What else shall we talk about? How do you keep so thin with a cooking channel? I mean, I don't like, well, I do have a binge eating problem, but that's a personal issue. You don't have to like gorge on everything. I try to give some food away to friends. A lot of the stuff that I develop for Delish doesn't even go on a video, but I don't know, maybe genetics. I have gained weight though in the pandemic. I feel like a lot of people have, and I'm trying not to feel bad about it. And I also just feel like a part of my body just really aged very quickly in the pandemic, and especially after my mom's death. I just felt my body change. Not exactly physically, but more like a mental, abstract, somewhat spiritual sense. Like I felt my body just get mature, if that makes sense. There was one day after Mom died that I was looking in the mirror in the basement of her house, and I was just like, wow. Like, with Mom gone, I guess you're coming into her role. You know, even though I don't have kids. Well, I have Fred. But, like, I just felt like when Mom went away, I kind of became Mom. So, there it is.
It's not good, but, the rounded over is just getting it off. Come back next week. But generally, right at the end of the level.
I don't see myself having kids. Not biological ones, for sure. Maybe adopt. Maybe. But I'd like to keep it to just cats. it's so spicy. Hello. I just sliced some raw carrots in. Nothing fancy, y'all. Aaron,
Yes, you. What up?
what's my least favorite food?
Your least favorite food? I don't know.
Right now, it might be this fucking spicy daikon radish.
Yeah, it smells like rotten trash.
It's so spicy.
I thought you like poked it in your food.
It's peanuts, Freddie. Do you want some? Roasted peanuts.
I know, but I'll never put it up.
There is MSG in here already.
Uh-oh.
Freddie actually eats a variety of non-meat things. Like, sometimes he really likes bread, sweet potato, warm rice, cooked egg. He loves his dairy.
That's what you have to
Ooh, this daikon. My God. I don't give them a lot. They're not supposed to eat bread. I mean, we're not supposed to eat bread, but we still eat it. Fred, this is so spicy. Oh. Oh, no good. Oh, God. We're gonna eat some grapes, Fred. You can't have any. But I'm gonna eat some grapes. You can smell it. Do you want a treat, Freddie? I heard Aaron giving you mini treats. Right? Oh. Do I believe in prepping for food shortage? I mean, I guess. Not that I actually have to actively do it because I have so much food in my house already. But if you truly think disaster is coming, yeah, probably. Prep accordingly. These are peanuts. I needed them for recipe development and a TikTok. And also grandma likes to eat them a lot. So I like to buy them. Yes, I showed off my tattoos a little bit on 2 previous lives. They're fine, although I have a pimple on one. So, not great. Fred's like, I'm not into your radish breath. I know, Fred. Me neither. Alright. I turned the soup off. A lot of the liquid has dissipated. Radish is translucent. Smells pretty good. Might add a little MSG. But I don't think we need a lot of seasoning for this one. The tats are on Instagram. If you truly care, you can sleuth it out. Peanuts. These are peanuts. I love peanuts. You don't like peanuts. I get it. Not for everyone. The tattoos are on the artist's page, and I've tagged the artists in my Instagram posts on the days that I got the tattoos, so. I shop on a budget only in the sense that I try to look for discounts. I don't have a strict budget that I follow on a day-to-day basis for myself. Boiled radish is not spicy, you say? Is that a promise? Do you promise it? It's not spicy, but it is still bitter. That's hilarious. I used to think that controlling overpopulation is doing something for the ecosystem. Now I don't really care. I don't think it's a relevant question anymore. I think that the degree to which huge businesses are destroying ecosystems and environment in general to generate profit has become ingrained into the way that our society functions, and it is one of those things that is just impossible to stop now, it feels like, and it's not so much like overpopulation itself as opposed to this ingrained value system of gain, always looking for the next ticket to success, which is unfortunately ticket to demise. But
Sorry, I just
union news. Management returned counters on our proposals for for salary floors, meaning minimum pay levels for different positions within the company. We've already had several people reach out and say these salary floors are lower than what they paid me back in 2018, back in 2016. So it is very discouraging. What can I say? I didn't even know that we had another committee trying to punish Trump in any way. It seems like a waste of taxpayer money, honestly. We don't have a democracy in the sense that we don't have a population with disposable resources with which they can participate in the democracy. If you don't have people participating in a democracy, you cannot call it a democracy. Just because you, by name, have established a republic that values democratic procedures does not mean that you have a functioning, healthy democracy. We as a nation do not give people days off to vote. We don't have mandatory voting. We don't have high voter turnout. Without people voting for people to go into government, how can you call that a representative body? You can't. It's not that they represent the people that want to participate in government. Because even if people want to participate in government, they don't have the financial means or the time to actually participate. It's not just going in to vote. You have to do research on who the candidates are. When you have money streaming into campaigns, you have candidates being backed by bigger corporations and businesses that have moneyed interests. They get to take out more ads, print out more flyers, do more outreach because they can hire more canvassers. That affects the outcomes of who votes for whom. People working minimum wage without sick leave, without paid time off, with kids to feed, don't fucking have time to do research or go to a voting site and vote. They're just trying to put food on the table. If we're not giving everyone resources to use towards participating in the government, then we don't have a democracy, because we by default are creating an environment where people cannot participate in democracy. We are not enabling them to participate in democracy, and this is a design that is intentional. We don't want people to participate in democracy because we don't want a democracy. That's the way I see it. I don't want to be queen of any village. All the villages suck. There's also the incarcerated. We take away the right to vote by a lot of different means. We take it away by means of eliminating venues of access. You don't have money, you don't have paid time off, you don't have mental resources, physical resources to get to polling sites. The government decides to use voter fraud laws to prohibit you from voting, rezoning, laws for the incarcerated and the formerly incarcerated, like, too many to count. I was eating a carrot. I don't have a persimmon. I wish I did. Ooh, how much do you sell your chicken eggs for? I'm just curious. Because lately, it's become a better deal to buy farmers market eggs. Because the price difference is no longer that drastic. Yes, Jasmine, we did say persimmon. Oh, and Nez's partner, Mark, gave us this hot sauce that he made. Very excited to try it. Not today, though. My mouth is already very sad about the spicy daikon. He labeled this, oops, too much tomato. And it has orange, nectarine, habanero or habanero, tomato, orange juice, rice vinegar, coffee, chocolate, salt, pepper. Excuse me. Bottled on May 31st. I mean, maybe apathy is a tool to disenfranchise believers in democracy, but what produces apathy? It didn't just come out of nowhere. $3 a dozen eggs. The saddest eggs, Eggland's best eggs are like $4.79 now. Ooh. Wish I lived closer to you. That's amazing. Yeah, eggs are insane. I don't know what it is about eggs, but I've seen inflation prices go up across the board, but the egg prices are just incredible. Nothing else has doubled their original price the way eggs have. Farmers market eggs are about $7 for a dozen here. Large. Although some larges look more like mediums. I really like the Vital Farms eggs, for sure.
Yeah, I think it was that actually. Yes, that was it. Yeah. And I was like, I feel like 10 hours. Like, I don't want to have to wait for that. It seemed like it was
I don't really read, and yes, a lot of people have told me to read Crying in H Mart. I don't feel ready to read it. but maybe one day. Yeah, gas is almost up to $6 here a gallon. I saw some for $4.93 and then some for $5.80 something. Y'all, is federal minimum wage still $7.25?
That's enough.
Because that's fucked. My God. Somebody told me to read The Body Keeps Score. I forget who, but that has been recommended to me too. Yes. I know different states have different minimum wages, but I think the federal minimum wage is still $7.25. Which is fucking ridiculous.
My dad's never heard about reading the time, apparently, but sure.
Okay, so
The best tuning and 3D transition in video game history.
something that's been going through my head lately is the lack of leadership, which I see everywhere from work to government to even my own life. Like, I can't lead myself. I have managers who can't lead properly, efficiently, effectively. And they probably have managers who can't lead effectively, efficiently, appropriately. And it's just like, that's a rain down effect for sure. And I'm thinking, if the federal government's minimum wage is still $7.25, I don't know, I just feel like the federal government is kind of like the daddy of all the states in a way. I feel like daddy should step it up a little bit, you know? You have states whose minimum wages are double your federal rate. Like, why are we still at $7.25? Doesn't make sense. But then again, what do I know? I never understood US government. Shit is fucking confusing. Everybody is saying Father's Day is the same day as Juneteenth. So is Juneteenth Sunday or Monday? I see. All right then. Nobody agrees. When is Juneteenth? Tell me, Google. Celebrated annually on June 19th. There you go. Yes, some people do get Monday off. I, for example, get Monday off because Hearst wants to be seen as a company who values civil rights and equality. So they decide to give us the day off when slaves were actually freed. They try to make a big deal out of it. But what are they actually doing to ensure that equality, equity, representation is in place? But happy Juneteenth to everyone who celebrates. Happy Dad's Day to all the dads. You have last year's peaches in the freezer. Any ideas? I don't know, Linda. Eat them. Bake them in a pie. Put them in a dumpling. Do a cobbler. Do a crisp. Make jam. I'm jealous you have last year's fresh peaches. I just joined and you're talking about slaves, so this is a bad start. Why is it a bad start? I wasn't really talking about slaves. I was talking about Juneteenth. Which I guess is related to slavery. But I certainly am not educated enough on the history of slavery to expand more on that thought. But we are reaching the end of the live because I am tired and we've been going for 2.5 hours. Let's try to lure Freddie over. Freddie! Fredolino! Hi, buddy. Do you know what time it is? It's time to give Fred a treat. Freddie treat time! Freddie, what would you like to say to the people who have come here, gathered around my phone to see you? What would you like them to know?
You'll see something.
You love it when I go live, don't you? Because that means you get treats. Treats all day for Freddie.
Corrupted singularity there? Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Say goodbye to the people.
Oh.
Say goodbye. One more treat, Fred. And then you get dinner later. Okay. Good boy. Bye, y'all.